All right, good evening and welcome back to Princess Seed channel. We I hope we really have a good day in all our works, in all our assignments and duties and offices and homes and marketplaces. We thank the Lord for keeping us till now, despite all challenges and what we are not expecting that is happening precisely. But we believe that everything works together for good for them who love God and those who are called according to His purpose. All right, I have some write-up, some trickles of write-up coming in from the organs of the channel that we subscribe to, and I'll be bringing it right to our notices so that we can also know what is going on right now. All right, I'll be reading some write-up for us so that we can be abreasted with where we are right now, what's going on right now, and the information that we are being profiled with. Okay, somebody wrote and says, it is easier to experience what you believe. Okay, no, let me take it this way. It is easier to experience what you believe it is done than what you are expecting would be done. Believe in the finished work of Christ and rest in the reality that what God said He's done is done. I think this was a quote that was said by Apostle Ken Wakama at one time or the other. And if I could understand the message back up behind this particular submission, it's simply put that it's easier to begin to experience in your life what you already have confidence in that it's done than what you're expecting that later or in the future it's going to be done. In other words, in consonance with what we're expecting, the grant disbursement, it simply means that it's done. That is what the message is telling us, that we should believe that it is done. And in buttress to that, someone says, let me draw you guys attention on this platform. Some of us here don't talk, but we observe. That man called Osim, you can't shy to talk about him. My observation on him, if you don't follow or believe in him, that means you are not in the grand community. I rest my case, gentlemen of this platform. Then in buttress to that also, or in continuation, this one seems a little bit longer, but I'm going to explain some of them here. Say, good afternoon, Mr. Osim. For a long time now, I have not visited your platform. But this year, when I decided to visit, I enjoy the updates I have seen so far about what President Tinubu is doing. It's not as if I supported him when he was contesting, but now that he's already the president, I wish him well and desire to hear the good news or the good works he's doing. I'm enjoying the updates. Thank you so much and keep it up. Nigeria is a country and it must work no matter the tribe of the leader. I was telling my wife something similar yesterday while we were discussing. I said to her, you can't live in the reality of what you have not experienced in practical. I encouraged her to begin to pretend to live in the future she desires now so that it can become her reality tomorrow. That's what Abraham did. He moved to Canaan and started living there until it became a reality for his offsprings. Beg your pardon. Life is all about rugged faith, as the Bible says, the just shall live by faith, not by what you see physically. This is funnily the reason why I like seeing animations, maybe because they make you believe that there's nothing impossible. But that's the reality. For me, I've come to believe, even if there is no money before, because I believe it and hold up strongly to it, God will provide the money to be disbursed, and it will be disbursed. We walk by faith and not by sight. All right. I hope you get that gist there. Somebody say, well, I believe that because I believe that there is money to be disbursed. And that settles it. That even if there was no money there before, because I believed that there is money or fund to be disbursed, that is to say that it will be disbursed. You see that kind of a faith. Now, William Braham, one of God's great prophet, in time, in memory, but his voice still lives on. He said something which I'm going to quote. He said, if at the end of his journey, God tells him, say, Braham, go to hell. He said, I will. That is, he was God's great servant. But God says, he says that if God tells him at the end of his journey and say, Braham, go to hell. He said, I will pack my Bible in my hands and keep walking to hell and still be loving him. Then he said another one. He said, if God tells him to go through a wall where he knows that there is no door there, he said, since it is God that said it, he will keep going to that wall, because he believes that when he gets to the wall where there is no door, there would be an automatic creation of one, and he can enter through. You see that kind of a faith. Now, if everyone, or if every individual could muster courage in the grand community and have one singular, indestructible oneness faith, this thing is not impossible. It's because we are in diversities. We are so divided. We are so scattered. We don't have a voice. Our togetherness is not shared. One person is pulling the strings here. The other one is insulting the other one. The other one is abusing this one. This one is abusing the great-grandfather that has turned to sand. The other one is still waiting to unleash the aggression on another one. And the whole place is on fire. And so there's no one voice, there's no faith, there's no confidence, there's no togetherness. And I think the whole essence of this is not just about the fund alone, but our shared purposes, what we believe in, our virtues, our values. And that has been lost in the grand ecosystem for a long time, unless God begins to bring it back to purpose. You see, you could see what someone is saying. Is it because I believe, because he himself believes that there is fund to be disbursed, even if there was no fund there before, because he believes, that means there is fund. That's a tenacious faith. Imagine if everyone could have that kind of belief or faith, a possessive faith that you can use to get whatever you like. It's possible. Whoever talks like this, life can never be hard for that person. Whoever talks like this, because he has that kind of assurance, that kind of confidence. Imagine God gave Abraham, after a lot of years, it was 100 years when he had one son, and God had to tell him, go and kill that son again after struggling for 100 years without his son. Then God told him, go and kill that son, give it back to me. He didn't complain. He took that son. In his mind, he already slitted the throat of Isaac. And God said, no. This must be reckoned with. I can't allow him to kill that child. I have a substitute, a ransom. Did you see that? You can't get to a state of desperation or desperacy when God does not answer you. He does. If we have one voice, one mind, we're prayerful, we are collectively aiming towards the same purpose. This money can be disbursed. Whatever they call the bottleneck, whatever they call what they call bureaucracies and what have you, call it another name that does not exist. But if we have one faith, one mind, one collective purpose, this money would have been a history long time ago. All right, let me continue what I'm reading. Okay, then we have another one that says, Osim. What I heard now from my senior friend is that if finally it is true, what I'm hearing, if finally it is true, that means all your jealous haters will hide their ugly faces please confirm the information. If not true, don't post the person's information. The masses will celebrate you, Oga Osim, for your consistency of giving us hope till death. Please keep me posted. You could see now, this is an individual that is appreciative of someone giving them update. Another person is snacking back at this person giving them update that hasn't manifested. You see that we have varieties of people. That is just it. That's just it. And one man's food becomes another poison for another person. So we just pray that the Lord will bring it to pass what He promised us and make it easy for everyone, especially those ones that appears like their life is totally hinged on this fund. May God bring for their sake. There are some that have other options, other avenues through which they have some things doing, but some don't. Their life savings, I'm not encouraging that, I'm not giving a license for you not to have other means of income, but I'm just saying that your privilege is not what everybody has. You might have all the privileges, someone else does not have that. Someone is possibly his gratuity, his pension, everything he depends on, he invested in this grand ecosystem, and boom, appears like it is swept on the carpet for years, or there is nothing they are seeing. Such a person is human. If he snacks at you, if he charges at you, you can't say, well, he's uncalled for. You just have to start, training the person on how to be civil in their submission, because it is his money. Or somehow that's possibly the level that he could, the way he can tolerate certain things has reached the limit. He might not be able to control his feelings at that time and just talk anyhow, or just talk in some ways that once he talks that thing, then his mind is a little bit at peace, but he just had to talk. But we just pray that in all things, the Lord will make it easy for us. Everyone who is dependent on this grant, the Lord whom we serve will make us to get to our desired heaven. Whatever thing is a delay that is bringing this delay, the Lord will arrest it. And for your sake, because I know you are pained, yes, we feel your pulse. We might not be able to do so much from here, but God can do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you could ever think or imagine. So please, I plead with you, everyone listening to the sound of my voice, both man, woman, child, adult, aged, right now, please be strong, be of good courage. The Lord will heal your wound. The Lord will heal your broken heart. It is not easy, to be honest with you, having to wait on what you're expecting. I could understand you. I said it. I take reactions. I read messages, and we know what people are passing through. The economy is not smiling, and this could be the hope of one person that is out there talking. But the Lord will make it possible for us. That which we have in expectation of, the Lord will make it possible for us. So please, let us not be too much in dissimulation or in a scattered or tattered form. The Lord will fight this battle for the grand ecosystem, and all of us shall smile together in the end. So shall it be. We're going to come your way again, possibly if we have any information for you. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed, this is the moment to get updated. Subscribe to this channel so that together, if we have to pray together, if we have to cry together, if we have to smile together, if we have to laugh together, let us do it with all honor, with all hope, with all aspirations, with all trust and confidence that definitely, if God started it, He has no abandoned project. He's going to bring it to pass. UAAG grant is a done deal. God bless you.